Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
And here's what happened last time.
Our powerful magician, Mr. Lyney,
Oh no!
is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
No!
Why
Don't
me?
say that!
This whole thing was an accident.
The opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler.
Oh, come on.
You'll support Lyney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
Charges have now been pressed.
He's like,
And as
can't do
such,
anything
a
about
trial
it.
Is in order. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you. Over here. From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it. Spina di Rosula does it.
Wow.
And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence.
Paimon wonders how Lyney's discussion with the guards is going.
Yeah, let's go check in on him.
Let's go see, shall we?
Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Our new co-lawyer.
I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
She's awesome.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large
She's
scale.
so excited.
We'll be heading below stage. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
The back of the door isn't the same?
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it?
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those
Wow.
patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Oh.
So, if you put two and two together, what do you get?
Is there another box inside of this?
Exactly.
Huh?
All right, let's go.
There was a passageway under the magic box!
And this passage linked the two boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The two magic boxes are positioned right above the two entrances
Wow.
of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over
Oh.
to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Interesting.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out,
Wow.
she would already be back on stage.
Impressive. What about your side,
Right.
though?
You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And
What?
what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Lyney's lines with the assistant. And by the way,
What?
I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins.
Oh my
All it takes is
gosh.
a change of clothes and no one can
So
tell
smart.
who's who. And
That's
my
crazy.
favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's
Good
how
trick.
it worked!
Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more
It must have
leads.
been snatched down here
This is the scene
somewhere.
of the crime. So Lyney and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Oh, Lynette will save you. Don't worry.
Looks like a hook
Oh,
tied
weird.
to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Lenny didn't mention
Perhaps
this.
it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, Let's make a note of it first.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Is that a dress on the ground
Speaking
over
of
there?
which, why would there be water here?
Maybe for a trick?
Paimon knows. It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase.
Hmm.
Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along
Right.
tracks from start to finish.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
These are the clothes that the lady chosen from
Oh.
the audience was wearing,
Oh
right?
no.
Her clothes are here.
That's not good.
She's nowhere to be found.
Lenny didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
What is up with Paimon's glasses now? Weren't they clear before?
So confusing. Paimon doesn't want to
Now
be
they're all
detective anymore.
spiraling. Ooh, wait a minute. What's this? A
What
vent?
is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
It does seem like that.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, this space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic
Oh,
boxes.
you're right. Let Paimon write that down.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Right?
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no
This
one
is
was
so
found
weird.
hiding there.
How did they get
So
out
the
then?
tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
It seems so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable.
Right?
No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. The Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The Oratrice
That's right.
too?
This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will and is a judge in its own right.
Weird.
This also
Is this the
precludes
AI
any kind
uprising?
of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Fascinating.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then,
okay.
finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought
I am
Neverland
afraid of
called
the
shots.
rise of the robot overlords
In
in
practice, there
Fontaine.
is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Yeah, what?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, whoa, no need for that.
I like this
There's a
guy.
point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course.
Paimon
I just
asking
hope
the
you don't
important
mind
questions.
the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is
Oh,
not
no.
in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced
You
nutrition.
mean no veggies?
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some
Aw.
of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
Yeah, I'm sad. Silver knows what he gotta do.
I mean, what
Silver's
better
the
way
man.
to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Paimon,
Just kidding.
Everyone, please come with me.
is there a place to make snacks here?
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes.
That's
her.
amazing.
I have eggs,
I love
sugar,
these
and almonds at the
guys.
ready.
Oh my gosh.
Good work, you two.
Incredible.
Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
This is amazing.
These three are quite the interesting group. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. beating the egg whites, grinding almonds.
My gosh, she's so talented.
I was applauding.
I was applauding. Oh my
And I
gosh.
was giving encouraging smiles.
They are my favorites. Playable Silver and Mellis one.
I was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that
best
fancy
of
ladies
learners.
can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks.
Oh,
Don't
same.
underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You
True.
also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Aww.
Only 3?
Bye-bye.
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head.
Tea is ready to be served as
Oh
well.
my gosh, this is
This
amazing.
is Demoiselle's favorite.
Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Lyney and Lynette were not alone within it.
Right.
Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Agreed, agreed.
Exactly. Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
So apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people, the missing girl and the
Flower vase
deceased.
and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel.
That's
resulting
true.
in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps
Why
the
the
criminal
clothes,
thought
though?
that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this 3rd person exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this 3rd person, but the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to
Wow,
murder
that would be
Cowl before
intense.
making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull
Right.
it off. Nor does she have any motive.
From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your
Right?
macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
They are my specialty after all.
Oh my gosh.
And I see you've
Paimon.
already had 5 of them.
3 each.
5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest!
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less
Aw.
sweets might actually be a good thing.
He's so nice.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine. If you ate them, then you ate them.
Even you don't believe Paimon? How could you?
Oh, she
If
sounded
Paimon
so
ate those 2
sad.
extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat.
That's
and
also
eaten
kind
them
of
by mistake.
strange.
No big deal. Maloose, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
There's no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, Demoiselle.
Oh my gosh.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
That's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Ugh, but we have no evidence.
Thanks for your help.
Let's take things
Good
step by
plan.
step.
Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Right.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lyney and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going next.
Best of
Oh
luck to you.
no. I have a bad feeling about this. A real bad feeling.
Well,
Oh, gosh.
how did your investigation go?
Not
To be
great.
honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well,
Well, that's so
You
nice.
all look disappointed. Don't tell me
So
that your
mean.
investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
She's so mean.
But don't let that
Oh.
stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you wait.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic
boy.
show incident
Oh,
is
boy.
now in session.